Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Shan and today we're going to talk about Azure Web Apps. Azure Web Apps is an HTTP based service which is like a platform as a service offering from Microsoft, and you can utilize it to deploy any of your application of any language. Could be .NET Core, Java, Ruby, Node.js, PHP, Python, anything. It comes with automated scalability and self-patching. So why should you take care about Azure Web Apps, and why just not go with the conventional way of deploying your software onto virtual machines or hardware? When it comes to deploying your software on a virtual machine, what you need to do is you need to build the virtual machines and then install on top of it IIS or Apache or Nginx, could be anything, any of those web servers. However, with web apps, you don't take care of installation of the IIS or Apache. All you need to take care of is you create an app service and start deploying your application. And Azure manages the patching, just in case if you need to patch your virtual machine whenever the vulnerability comes in. So you would need to patch your machines as well. With web apps, it kind of comes automatic patching. Yeah, so with Azure Web Apps, Azure automatically patches your virtual machines, and you don't need to take care of any of those hassles of patching. It can be auto scaled basis on the load of the CPU utilization on memory, and yeah, that's it. Comes into different flavors. Free tier, which you can use, and kind of comes with two. You can kind of run your simple static websites on top of it. Then it comes with dedicated compute and isolated, the third one. So you got to understand that in the back end, it's kind of running on this virtual machines which Azure is using. However, we're not taking care of them. It's just like Azure has maybe got a bunch of virtual machines, and on top of it, it is hosting shared services or shared application. However, all of them would be segregated, encrypted. However, yeah, we don't manage those hardwares and all. Azure does it for us. So let's go ahead and create bunch of app services. So I've got my free tier Azure subscription. I hope you've got to. If not, go ahead and get one. So what I'm gonna do is I've cloned a sample repo. You can see just a very static website which I'm gonna create. So that's the one, and yeah, got a bunch of CSS and static images. So I'm gonna create a new Azure Web Applications and deploy Hello World or the sample application on top of it. So we're gonna create two app services. I'm gonna tell you at the end why we have created two app services. So we're gonna use Azure CLI. Let's clear the screen first, and just drag it and use Azure Web App, and then up, and then the location. I'm using West Europe. You can use any of the data centers location nearest to your geographical. And then name of the app, I'm gonna give it name as Azure Shan App 1. Just give me a moment, guys. I just need to check the vi index.html, and if I just like, yeah, so I'm gonna edit this. Shan App 1 DevOps. All right, looks like messed it up. I'm gonna open this again. Yeah, and get in the insert mode and put it as app 1. Save it, and then I'm gonna apply it. So I'm gonna use the same command, which is this. Copy and paste this, and name of the app was Shan name, and then Shan app 1. Let's go ahead and apply this, and it would start creating the app services for us. So while this is creating, we can jump onto our console and see what's being created. So you would see that it started to create the plan first, app services plan, and underneath the plan it is gonna uh, create the app services for us. So if you just keep refreshing it, the plan should come up, and beneath the plan you would have all your web apps. So still creating the app. Web app creation complete, so probably it should be, yeah, so you can see the plan is now created over here, and within a few seconds you should see that the app services would come up as well. So yeah, creating an app service is pretty straightforward. um, it's just no rocket science. The intention of this video is to make you understand how to deploy a sample web application, and on top of it, how can you put front door on top of it for a high availability or a near DR kind of a situation you can create. So yeah, this application is done. You could see the application URI is created, and if I kind of hit this application URI, I would see my sample application is there. So it's got a Shan app 1. That's what we created. While we are talking, I'm gonna um, deploy another application. So I'm gonna edit my index file. I'm gonna put that as Shan app 2, and then apply it and give it a Shan app 2 name. This is being applied. Let it be. So let me take you through the configuration and stuff. So when you click on the URL, that's the by default URL you get. The app name dot Azure website. However, you can always give it a custom name, and you can do it using, let's suppose you've got like www.xyz.com. You can, if you have your certificate or domain name you've purchased, you can simply turn on the custom domain and map your domain over here as well. So the best part is you can actually see everything. The how is your request coming up and what's the response time. You can get bunch of features over here. Authorization and authentication you can turn in. You can scale up and scale down your application basis on the load. So let's suppose you can scale up basis on the CPU utilization or memory or stuff like that. So you can do it over here. I'm gonna take you through the console. So in the console, it's like it's all CLI. You do not have a machine wherein you can kind of log into it and see what's being running on top of it. So it's basically in the IIS world, everything is under www.root. So if you do an ls, you should be able to see that your application is kind of running over here. Yeah, you can see your application code is right here. That's how you can kind of see your application code and logs and things like that. It kind of works pretty similar to your PowerShell. In terms of advanced tool, you can go to advanced tool, and it comes with its internal system like KUDU, which is to manage your application and see loggings and manage a lot of other things. So you can see that it's an internal development environment where you can it's an open product which you can access over here as well. But the idea is to make you aware that it comes with a debugging console as well, where you can kind of choose which console you wanna play around. Over here you can see all your code under sites, and you've got all of your code over here, and then you've got your log files. Kind of run similar to your uh, IIS, so you can get all your information like IIS app pool. So if you type in IIS app pool, you would see that app pool information is right over here. um, and then you can get a bunch of other information also, like IIS configuration, maybe config section, and you kind of get all the details about IIS config. So it looks like I've hit a wrong command. It's gonna continue for quite a bit. So yeah, so that's about. You can get some more handy information over here. You can get some extensions over here as well. And basically, this it's an advanced tool to debug your environment, and you kind of can logging as well. So yeah, that's you can collect the IS logs as well, and these logs kind of gives you a debug or a detailed granular information what's happening around your IS or websites. So yeah, I think the website 2 must be up and running now. If we hit the second website, we should see the sample app 2. Yep, that's being created. In the next video, in continuation to this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create an Azure front door, which is like Azure's high availability platform or service, wherein if one of the service or one of the site is down, your front door would redirect your users to another DR site. So, but yeah, we're gonna keep that in store for our next video, and we're gonna utilize the same infrastructure again in the next video to kind of create a high availability environment. That's it for today. That's it for now, I would say. I hope this was informative. This was pretty straightforward and basic level of web apps, what web apps are capable of, and how to deploy a sample application onto Azure using Azure Web Apps. So yeah, that's pretty much all. I'll see you in the next video. That's going to be coming pretty soon. So stay tuned. And yep, I'll be back again. And thank you.